Hare Krishna. Reformation requires reformulation. Sometimes we may feel inspired to reform ourselves. No, I don't want to do things like this. This is kind of the way I am acting, it is undesirable. I want to act in this way. And we may make intention, we may be determined, no, I'm not going to act this way, I'm going to act this way. Unfortunately, that reformation doesn't seem to last for long. We do it for a few days and again we relapse to our old ways. Why does this happen? It happens because we have not transformed our internal conceptions. Now, all of us have certain conceptions of who we are and what we are meant to do in life. What is it that brings happiness? Unless we change that, unless we change our conceptions of who we are and what we are meant to do, we can't just change our actions. Now, our actions, they are based on our conceptions. Our actions are based on our conceptions. It's like, say, there are different crops which may require different kinds of soil to grow in. So if the soil is not conducive for that kind of crop to grow, just changing the seeds will not lead to the growth of those crops. We have to change the seeds, but also we need to change the soil. If the soil is barren and suited only for weeds to grow, at that time the crops will not grow properly. So we need to maybe fertilize, change the soil in a way that it becomes conducive for the crops to grow. Similarly, the certain actions will grow with certain conceptions. And if we want to change the actions, and if we don't change the conceptions underlying, the change of actions will not last for long. Because the actions are like the growth and the conceptions are like the soil. Every action requires a suitable conception as the soil in which it will grow steadily. So for example, if we decide, I have been living materialistically, I want to live spiritually now. And we want to give up materialistic pleasures, we want to give up self-defeating, short-sighted indulgences. We may start off on that, but we will not be able to continue for long because we may not have changed our underlying conceptions. The Bhagavad-gita analyzes how self-defeating desires can sabotage us in its 3rd chapter from 3.36 to 3.43 in 8 verses. And the last verse in this section, 3.43, states, Evam buddhe param buddhva samsthabhyatmanam atmana jahi shatrum mahabaho kamarupam durasadam. So, evam buddhe, in this way, using your intelligence, param buddhva, understand that you are transcendental. Evam buddhe param buddhva samsthabhya atmanam atmana. Situate your mind on the spiritual corner, situate your consciousness on the spiritual level. Jahi shatrum mahabaho. In this way, conquer this formidable desire. What is that desire? Kamarupam durasadam, of selfish desire, conquer it. So Krishna says that it's not just a matter of intention, oh, I will not indulge. Krishna says there are 2 things required. There is the education of the intelligence and there is the elevation of the consciousness. So that is what reformulation is all about. Reformulation means changing the soil, changing our basic intellectual conceptions and gaining experience of higher spiritual reality. Now Bhakti Yoga offers us both of these things. Bhakti Yoga brings about reformation in the most sustainable way through reformulation. In Bhakti Wisdom helps us to understand that we needn't chase material pleasures because we are spiritual beings and we are meant for something much higher. We are meant for lasting spiritual happiness. And Bhakti Yoga, the process of Bhakti Yoga, it gives us glimpses of that higher happiness. When we get both these together, then with the education and the elevation of our consciousness, there is sustainable transformation. That the reformulation of our head and heart leads to the lasting reformation of our behavior. Thank you. Hare Krishna.